Hello and welcome to another episode of Jarmuck Plays Lonely Mountains Down the Hill. Down the hatch. Yeah, we pretty much spent the whole last episode trying to beat this level, so let's, let's just keep doing the same. Just more of the same, you know? It's part of the charm of Lonely Mountains, I guess. Is even though you're doing a level over and over and over, and typically that would be categorized in maybe like an insanity category by the column of insanity in most flowcharts of the human brain, not caring whatsoever. But you know, I feel like I'm more dialed right now. I feel like I'm more dialed in the evening, especially when it comes to gaming. Maybe it's just something. I'm gonna embarrass myself really soon. Called it. But no, I really am like a little bit more dialed. Maybe it's because there's less to pay attention to. Like outside. Sorry, there was an alarm going off on my phone. Maybe there's like less to pay attention to outside, and like life in general just seems to be a little bit slower at night. I like that. I like that a lot, because during the day everything's just like go go go, busy busy busy. And I don't really. It's not that I don't thrive in that environment. Well, actually, that's exactly it. So it's not that it debilitates me in any way, but it's just you know, a little bit more stressful, a little bit more. We hit three different trees every single time there. You know, a little less conversation, a little more action is what it is what the daytime asks for, you know, quoted from the great Elvis, of course. I'm pretty sure he's not talking about, like, I don't know what he's talking about. Do you think Elvis wrote his own words? Or if he had, like, a lyricist? That's probably documented somewhere, but that's just not something that I've looked into. Because, like, you know, most pop singers aren't actually their songwriters. You know, that's where the real money is. You wanna be the writer of a song that goes viral because you're the one making the. Well, I'm sure the singer gets a cut, but like you're really the one making bank from not having to perform. Not really having to do much except for be part of the writing process. Like, I know Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Topped the charts recently, and that's from like 1994. Granted, that's a Christmas song. That's really where you want to write. If you're wanting to be a songwriter, you know, make a really nice Christmas. I can't get through this. You know, maybe we would just skip this shortcut. Okay, that's better. Okay, not better. How do you do this? You just go this way? Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, I think I got the formula. I'm ready. As the late great SpongeBob. Is SpongeBob dead? And I know that like the cartoon characters can't die, but did the original voice actor die? I don't think he did. I don't know. I just know he sounds a little bit different now. But, you know, I probably sound a little bit different from 21 years ago. When did SpongeBob start? That's probably a good question. For old Google. The SpongeBob creation. 1990. Wait, hold on. Developing the show shortly after Rocco's Modern Life got canceled. But yeah, 1999, off of the dome piece. Let's go. How did I know? I have no idea. It was honestly like an honest guess. Just from my childhood, I'm like, when did I start seeing SpongeBob? 8 years old. Yep. Wait, hold on. That doesn't line up. 7 years old. It was right around the time I started like watching and playing Pokemon too, so I just remember going, why does Pokemon look good and SpongeBob looks stupid? Why does Dragon Ball Z look good? Like they're actually trying to draw human beings. And then Rugrats look the way it does. And I listened to a podcast by two brothers, Colin Moriarty. You might know him from like IGN. You might know him because you hate his guts or something. I don't know. I like his commentary. I like his attitude towards a lot of things. But he does a podcast with his brother, Dagan Moriarty, who does like he's in the career of like artwork and stuff. I forget what he's worked on, but he knows a lot of the history of art and cartoons and stuff. He divulged though in one of the podcasts information about like how Rugrats in particular, hold on, give me a second. I'm focusing. Oh, he's done it, maybe. Okay, we're gonna try to cut this mountain in half. We shouldn't have done that. We were almost there. We should have just taken the long path. Alright. Well, he was talking about how Rugrats was like it was kind of if you want to listen to it, it's when they were talking about Aladdin, when they were talking about like Disney movies. It might have been the Aladdin episode in the CLS knockback podcast. I'd recommend it if you're just interested in two guys talking about their past. It's honestly very intriguing because, you know, you start realizing you grow up a little bit different than other people. If you haven't already noticed that. But it's eye-opening, right? Like, it's kind of something that I want to do with my brother pretty soon. Where we just talk about life and talk about our experiences. And have that documented with us playing Battleship or something. But yeah, what was I gonna say? We were talking about Rugrats? But yeah, Rugrats was intentionally drawn to be a little bit jarring. Like it's like an Eastern European style of drawing. And it's supposed to kind of rub you the wrong way. And I was like, why would you do that? Like when Rugrats was made was like pretty much around the time when I was born. Like Disney was about to, they were popping off, you know. But they were making artistic decisions that were very pretty, you know. Their style was I don't know. I can't really comment on art that much, just because I don't really draw much. But I can tell when something's, you know. I have eyes. I can tell when something's purposefully drawn, like ugly. versus like most anime, which is what I was watching when I was a child, because I was raised properly. No, that's kind of condescending, which is, you know, a lot of people would disagree anyways. You know, you let your 8-year-old be exposed to anime uwus too early. Well, they grow up to be me. I'm an okay person, right? I don't know. That's for you to decide. That's for me to just accept who I am, just the way I am. Bruno Mars. No, I can't ever make this tree. That's a tough one. Okay, we've got 4. Yo, I like seeing that green. Oof. Don't take that out of context. Well, it could either mean money, it could either mean drugs, but in our version of it, it means a better time, which is perfectly fine. Alright, we're still gonna try to do this shortcut. We got 3. There we go. We did it. Okay. It should be smooth sailing ahead. But, you know, careful anyways. Yo, we finally done it. 1.5 episodes of one single level. Whew. That's a tough one. Alright, so now we have nighttime. Oh, we got free ride. Alright, let's do it. No, I don't want grasshopper. That's fine. Let's just keep going. I need to take a sip of water. I probably sound like I've smoked a couple packs a day. And no offense to the smoker listeners. I just, I don't know. I took one too many dare classes. You know, my generation was probably one of the most, what's the word I'm looking for here? We were inundated. We were submerged in nicotine propaganda. I don't know if that that jives with anybody who's listening here who's around my age. I'm 27. We like everywhere. It's just like, hey, smoking kills. Are you okay with basically stabbing everybody around you in the neck and in the lungs specifically, and making their lungs look like just black licorice syrup? Well, if so, go ahead and buy your Camel, buy your Marlboro. Wait, is it Marlboro or Marlboro? One of them is a Final Fantasy monster. Who probably smoked one too many as well. Alright, we're gonna not take that shortcut here. It's not worth it. But yeah, we it's funny because I don't think, I'm not sure if I could say like it didn't make a difference, but I still saw a lot of people smoking quite a bit. Like when I was in 6th grade, there were a handful of my classmates that were smoking. Like 2 to 3. Is that a handful? I feel like a well, I don't know. If you're a giant, you can hold 3 children in your hand, I guess. technically a handful of a kid is just like, oh, we crashed. Okay, hold on. Let me change the bike here. Do a little audible. I can't do this with a grasshopper. It's too finicky. Let's do, strong like boar. But yeah, I remember specifically there was a girl that was very interested in me in 6th grade, which, first of all, I think that was the first time where a girl approached me and wanted to date me, because every other year before that, I don't know if I've gone into this before, I had like a specific person I would kind of zero in on and try to see if I can get them to like me. You know, it was kind of like, I don't know. I was living Persona in real life. I made it a little mini game, make school a little bit more interesting. I just realized that that pretty much makes me like a psychopath. I don't know. I guess sociopath is more like it, because like, I don't know. That's a little bit of a little bit too much into my psychology there. I can't divulge into that. I need some actual psychiatric help. I admitted it. Okay, the first step. Where were we? I was. Okay, so yeah, this girl, let's call her Heather. So Heather was, I don't know, I can't make up names. Let's just call her Girl, because I'm gonna mess up and call her real name soon. I can't do this fake name stuff. I guess if I just use her first name, it doesn't matter. Until she listens to this, because I'm, I don't know, some big YouTube star. Screw it. Her name was Brittany. And she was a really bad influence on me as a 6th grader. It doesn't really hit you until you realize 6th grade, like 12 years old, is super freaking young. Like, she was putting like thoughts into my head I never knew it would exist there. If you're tracking, but yeah, like the main thing was that she really wanted to try and get me to smoke with her one day during a recess. I was like, that's not cool. You realize it's not cool, right? You're killing yourself. Yep, I said those exact words at 12 years old. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me, Dad? So yeah, I technically broke up with her, like a coward. I told her friend, hey, why aren't you talking to Brittany anymore? I just don't like her, I guess. I didn't tell her it was because of the smoking, but it's a little bit, like it's a huge monk-ass moment. Yeah. Like, at 11, 12 years old, like, being kind of, like, such a horrible influence. It wasn't just the smoking, though. It just, I could tell my character, if you can call it that at that age, whatever I was forming as a character, I guess, was deteriorating as I was talking to her on the phone. And it goes back to the previous conversation about like being careful about who you choose as your friends and stuff. It's man, I didn't expect to get this deep with that, but all right, we'll call it there. we got the nighttime unlocked for trail 4 or trail 3. So I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you did indeed like the video, and hit that sub button to show some support. It's the only thing I ask. Other than that, I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.